thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the front So come home, why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. Wizard of Oz can't undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here. So come home, why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the skies...
Well, hello everybody. Thanks for joining me on this YouTube webcast today of Oscar Unplugged. I have a special guest today. We'll be chatting a little bit about how she promotes her content on social media, and she also has a special performance for us. So we'll be chatting with her in a little bit. But first, I wanted to discuss ways of promoting your content on social media, whether you're a journalist or a YouTuber or somebody that wants to continue being either an influencer or kind of wants to get in the game of social media. So today we're going to keep it a little short, but I hope to be doing more of these in how-to or style videos. But first of all, I really want to point out that there's 5 different tiers that is going to drive your decision on what content to create. You have live, going live like I am right now, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. It's or even Twitter. Live is at the top of the list of all these platforms, so it's like the creme of the creme. If you want to go live, the algorithm of these platforms is gonna basically catapult you to be shown to a lot or a larger audience than if you were just to do one of the other tiers that you see here on your screen. So we got video next, and video is a powerful tool of you can, whether you make edited, crafted videos or you just point the camera at yourself and record a video and then upload that. This is the tier where it's not live, it's a pre-recorded video. And after that, you get images, of course. That's one of the things that's how Instagram started. It's sharing your photos and still images. So that's still a powerful drive, especially if you use tools like Canva, for example. You can use it on your desktop, or what I do is I actually use it on my iPhone or tablet so that I can create really good graphics that pop out. And then you got your links and then your text. Text is the very bottom. That's actually, I believe, how Facebook started, and also Twitter, where you could just share text and really nothing else that was visual. So yeah, those are the early days. Links, of course, if you're in the news media, whether you're a journalist or a news organization, links are very important because that's what's going to drive people that are following your organization to check out your website. So that's those are the 5 different levels of content creation that is going to be implemented on your social media platforms, no matter what it is. It could be LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever it is. Now, live, of course, is it's a beast of its own. So depending on what you're using, you get different levels of live streaming. Right now, I'm using an actual computer and equipment, hardware that allows me to be doing this live webcast. But it's as simple as just turning the phone onto yourself and just going live. So don't fret if you don't have the latest and greatest equipment. Why don't you write down in the comments what you're creating content of and how you are sharing that content. I would really love to know. Also, I am monitoring your comments here, so if you have any questions, I see that LG is watching. Psycho Sock Sis says here. Claire says hi. Let me actually bring up. I'm actually using my tablet, believe it or not. So I'm going to bring it up here on my computer. I have 2 monitors I can count on, so great. The great thing about creating media is that you can do it across multiple devices, whether it's your phone or your tablet. I mean, heck, I use an iPad Pro to edit all my video from now on. I've done some projects where I've shot my video on an iPhone 11 Pro, transferred that video over to my iPad Pro, and bada bing, bada boom, we got a nicely edited video. And I'm just reading your message right now. So if I'm a little aloof right now, it's not because of anything else other than I'm just monitoring your comments. Oh, that's awesome. So LG actually says that they share knowledge from their master in psychology within Twitter posts. So that's awesome. That's a great use of sharing content or creating content and putting it out there. So that's awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring Deanya, and I can't wait to talk to her about how she's sharing social media because she's a good following on Instagram in particular, and she's also on Facebook, and she's also on Twitter. So all these platforms that I just mentioned have different ways of connecting you with your followers. So something that you may be putting on Facebook may not necessarily translate well to Instagram, let's say. So I'm curious to find out how she does it. So let's bring her in. Hello, Deanya. Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing
Hi.
great. It's great to have you
Yes, I
again.
saw some.
Yeah. I see you
I
have
know
some
some of my
decorations in the
followers
back.
are. Yeah, I decorated for the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, and I also decorated for the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Whoa.
Things you
Very
have
nice.
to do for social media now, and as an artist, is to set up the background for your live shows.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about that first. So when the pandemic started, I saw that you were creating a lot more content, especially live content on
Yes.
Instagram in particular. So let's talk about just your setup and how you created that content, what you had to do. You just mentioned background was one of them, but just talk to me about the
Right.
setup you had, because it's really cool the way that you've set up everything to go live, and not only that, but performing music live, which is a whole new element on itself.
Oh, yeah.
So how did
Got
you
to do
do
what you
that?
got to do. Yeah, so I was supposed to be touring this year, and things changed. So you have to kind of go with the change. I did notice that Oscar said he uses an iPhone, and social media is all about the tricks with the iPhone. Well, I don't have an iPhone. I
Mhm.
have the Galaxy smartphone. So for me, I had to look up what works for me, and I'm setting up something to help people with the smartphones because there's a lot of feedback and technology for the Apple phones, and I'm like, I'm not an Apple. I might be a pear. So for me, what works is I go on to, for my videos, I cut my own videos, I do everything myself, and I found a program called InShot. And InShot helps me to cut my videos, add music to my videos. I'm also on TikTok. I just started TikTok, y'all, and that is all video. So it is a whole other animal, and you can go live on TikTok if you have over 1,000 followers, which I do now. So that's another live platform. In fact, a lot of artists have been noticed and become huge on TikTok. So that's where I'm coming out with some of my funny songs. So yeah. But the
So
same thing with that you were saying, I'm sorry, I don't use a big computer. I have a small iPad, and that's what I use, and I use Instapic or Instaphoto, and that's what I use to, spice up my photos a little bit and correct them. And then I use my iPad Pro, which I have with me right now, to play my music when I Bluetooth it to my big speaker. So
yeah, and
that's what I do.
yeah, Deanna, did you? Somebody's asking if you said that whether you used InShot or not. I believe that's an app. Do you use
Yes,
that?
InShot is an app, and it is on. I use it again, like I said, for Samsung. I have the Note 9, and I'm actually getting the Note 20 in a week. It
Oh
has four
wow.
cameras and over 500 gigabytes. But I also noticed on my iPad, which is an Apple, that you can also get InShot. So I can do some of my videos that are larger, because if you try to do a larger video on your phone on InShot, it says it's too big. But if you do it on the iPad, you can use InShot, and same thing. It is an amazing app. I love it. And it's free, free 99.
Yeah. That's excellent. You know, I use LumaFusion. So LumaFusion is an app that's comparable, I think, to you know, iMovie, Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, but I use it on my iPad Pro, and I believe it cost about $30. But for what it does, I mean, for what it does, it's a ton of stuff. You can add transitions, graphics, special effects. It accepts different types of video formats. I mean, this is like a $300+ software that's packed into an app that's about $30. So I use that to edit all my videos, and I in the past I used to edit quick videos on my iPhone, especially using iMovie. But ever since I discovered LumaFusion, I just tend to use that for anything, because it's so easy to create different formats for whatever social media platform you're using, or if you just want to, you know, create an actual video that's going to be running as a, I don't know, commercial on TV or whatever. It does the job. But there's so many apps out there, and InShot is one of those apps that I did use previously, because it is really cool.
Right. And for me, I can take one of the songs that's already on my phone and apply it to the video. And I don't have time to do a lot of that stuff, because again, you know, I'm in and out of the studio. I'm trying to get another song out. I've loaded up songs that are going to go boom, boom, boom. You know, they're going to come out, whatever. But you know, for somebody who's not as, you know, I wouldn't say really amateur, because I do know computers, you know, really well. I'm doing something that's easy for me. That you only get the attention of a person on social media within the first 15 seconds. So, and that's what I've learned too. You can't make long videos. You have to grab them in the first 15 seconds. And, you know, even on TikTok, it's only a minute. On Twitter, it's less than a minute. And then on Instagram, it's, you know, pretty much right at that minute again. So you just have to be careful and make sure that what you put on there is going to draw people to you. You know, the meat of the video. So
Yeah, exactly. And then your longer form videos are on YouTube, on your YouTube channel?
yes, I have a YouTube channel, Diana Latin Country, and you don't need the Enye, you just Dianna Latin Country, or you can go to the link tree in my Instagram bio.
Mm-hmm. And let's just talk a little bit about just the content that you create on these different platforms. So first of all, I'm just curious, how do you decide what content's going to go in what platform and in what format? And how did you kind of, you know, learn how to do that?
Well, again, like I said, when you're kind of trying to catch people's attention, get more fans, what I do for Instagram will be different than what I do for Twitter. Sometimes I share the same thing on all social medias, but what I like to do is appease the audience. On Twitter, I might put different photos. I might put a different video. A lot of times I like to put for my stories. I do things that I'm doing during the day. I'll do a, you know, do-it-yourself thing that's kind of silly, but people like it. I'll put a funny cat video every once in a while, because everyone loves cats and crazy animals. In fact, I just had a coyote out here this morning that I'm going to put on my story. It's in the daytime, 9 o'clock in the morning, I had a coyote in my backyard drinking from my bowl. So little things like that you add to a story. It lets people know that you're human, that you're not just a robot, because a lot of people will put on my Twitter, I know I'm speaking to a robot, so no, I'm not going to listen to your video. And I'll be like, wait, I'm not a robot. I'm here. Hello. And they just want to know that you're really out there as a person listening, In fact, hi to a couple of my Twitter fans that are on right now. You named one of them. So, you just have to get personal. And if you don't get personal with your fans, they'll go away. They want to know that you are there. They want to know that you appreciate them. And I do. I really appreciate them. I do silly dances on TikTok. I mean, if you really want to see how silly I am, go to my TikTok. It's the same exact, the DIANNA underscore Latin underscore country. I'm going to be putting, again, like I said, one of my silly songs, Calm Down Karen, because I see a lot of Karens on TikTok. So that's another thing I do. If I see something funny and I see that it's going to be relatable and people need a song for it, I will be that girl and I will write a silly song.
Well, and I do follow you on social media, of course, and I remember, well, every now and then, like, a lot of the times rather, your content pops up in my Instagram feed, but I remember one of these posts was the song "Calm Down, Karen," which you graciously will be coming back to perform on this webcast when it is released later in the month.
Yes.
So I had a chance to listen to it, and it's awesome. In fact, on your Instagram page.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, exactly. You have your Linktree link in the bio, so when folks click on that, they get access basically all the links to all, not only all your social media platforms, but also where your content is. And yeah, like you mentioned, one of those is SoundCloud, which is awesome, I think, because you can just grab and listen to it on your phone or on the go or on your computer, wherever, whenever. And you have a lot of great work out there. So I actually, Claire is watching this, and Claire asked a music-related question. She's asking, where do you draw your inspiration for your lyrics and sounds?
Well, again, it's pretty much from what I see on social media. I wrote a song, also things that people don't know about me. I wrote a song for breast cancer in 2006 called Stand Up and Live Strong. And I performed it at all the Race for the Cures for Susan G. Komen for years. And I guess they found it on social media this year. And they said, wait a minute, we want to do a story on you. And with that song, again, I worked for the courts at that time, and the district attorney, she was 30-some years old, and she was stage 4 cancer. A family member, 30-some years old, stage 4 cancer. And it was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And it happened to be the month of October, which is, for Breast Cancer Month, which this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I just started writing. I mean, when something hits me, I just feel the need to write it. I feel that it's the appropriate time. Everything's timing in music. I mean, I know that even I saw on a award show, the girl said, thank you so much for my award, but I wrote this song 2 years ago and it got nothing. So, sometimes we put out songs there and we get kind of like bummed out, like, wow, maybe it's not doing as well, but it's timing. A song 2 years ago will be something huge now. So, I tell people never give up. Pursue, continue with your music. Bring out an oldie and say, hey, I did this a couple years ago, or hey, you know what, I always have that thing, behind in your back pocket, with what she was saying, again, calm down, Karen. I saw these Karen videos. I'm laughing at them. I'm thinking, you know what? There's so many sad songs out there with what's happening. And I thought, let's just do something funny. On TikTok, they always have, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. So I put that in the song, everyone's saying how insane it is. So I put insane in the song and I scream, stop being so insane, So I picked up on everyone's videos, and thank y'all for all those Karen videos. And I put a lot of it into the song. I even say, can I speak to a manager? That's in the song. I'm not going nowhere. So I used a lot of Karenisms in the middle of it. It's pretty funny. So.
And with the material that you make, do you ever, um, I don't know, get self-conscious maybe about putting it out there for the public to see, or what how do you decide what you're going to put out on your social media platforms?
Okay, so that's a
Yeah.
great thing. Yeah, that's a great thing you said that, because the calm down Karen thing is not to offend anyone. I don't believe it has a class of ethnicity. I don't think it's a white women that only do that. There are Carinas. There are Karens that are Latinas. Someone just posted one that I'm saving, and it says it's the first Oriental woman that just turned Karen. It's just, I think it's an action. I think it's just, don't take it personal. I'm just trying to bring light to it. Like, people, calm down. Don't be a Karen. Just kind of like, it ain't none of your business. And it's just something for people to have fun. I've been asked, which we are doing, we are putting a ringtone to calm down Karen.
Oh.
Because people said, when I go into a store and there's a Karen, I want to play this. So we are doing a ringtone for those of you that have asked. And, it's just something to play. It's just something to be in humor. I'm not offending anyone. And that does get to a point where you think, am I doing something that might, oh, you are all up in me now.
Yeah, let me
You
actually
zoomed in
fix
on
that.
me.
Let me fix that.
You zoomed in on my eyeball. So anyway,
It's all live.
it's MAC makeup, y'all. So yeah, so I never ever ever do I want to offend someone. Just like Rubberneck, when a girl walks by, catches his eye, Rubberneck. It's an action that people do. I make light of it. I think things are funny. The other song I did, You Got Some Nerve, was about online dating. I go with what's happening, with what's in the world today. Everyone has a sad song. I kind of want to be the funny, uplifting, take it easy. We're okay. But I do have some other songs coming out really soon that have to do with, abuse and things that I have been through that I might, I'm finally going to, talk about the issue, because I do see that a lot on social media, TikToks. That's another thing that I see more now on the internet, is what's happening in homes, because we have to stay home. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to write songs of encouragement and power, and I have a couple of those coming out too. So just what's relatable, I think. I think I write on issues.
Well, and
things.
I think it's important what you just said, because not only are you using, I think, social media to post content, but also to find content, and that's one of the things that I think it's something that's prevalent in the journalism community nowadays, especially with social media, where news stations, reporters, they're using social media to get information and to get stories. So you're right there where you're utilizing social media to get inspiration to create this content.
Yes.
And you're kind of everywhere. Is there a social media platform?
I'm a Gemini.
Well,
I'm a Dexter. Yeah.
Is there a social media platform that kind of speaks to you more, that you're more in tune with? Like for me, for example, it's Instagram. I have a Facebook page and a Twitter, but I kind of use that more for newsy stuff. And Instagram, I just I check the comments, check the likes, I check everything. Like I identify with it a little bit more. So is there a social media platform that does the same for you?
Yes, Instagram is my platform also. The only thing with me is every morning I have to go, I have to put a new story up. What are people going to like? And again, I just went to the stables yesterday. If you see my new video, I also like to be out there where people know that I'm still a country girl, right? But I'm verified on Instagram. I have my blue check there, and it's a lot harder to get it onto the other social media platforms. Also, I like it because my link tree is there, and it's easier to tell people, go to my link tree. The only thing that I wish Instagram would do, hello Instagram, is to let us put up a video, like on the actual page, and not on two. So I'm learning. There's new things called Stitch. There's new things. I'm trying to learn all the new technology. I get brought a lot of things, and I have to research it myself because I do my own social media. In fact, people say, they think I give it to a social media person. No, I do my own social media. I put up my own photos. I do my own videos. And it's a lot of work because you have to make sure that you are relevant every single day. You have to make sure that people know that you're doing something. I always said, hey, I'm in the recording studio. I'm recording. Please be patient. New songs are coming out. And now they're back to back to back, and they will be. But I was in the studio, and I had to wait for the studio to be cleaned. I mean, we COVID that studio every time a new performer comes in. I go behind the mic, and the producer goes in his own box, so we're very careful. We have to make sure that everyone's healthy, that we bring in one instrument at a time. This is what people don't realize either. We record one instrument at a time. So an instrument comes in, he lays down his track, we clean. The next person comes in, you're talking days for the next instrumental to come, and in my music, it's all live music. Like the trumpets are live, the guitars are live, it's all live instruments. So, but I also wanted to bring up the video for Rubberneck Cumbia. Some people had mentioned about all of us together. We videoed a lot of content in January, pre-COVID. And that was in Tornillo, Texas, at an amazing studio called Sonic Ranch Studios. Huge studio out there in Texas. And so a lot of that content, we had a videographer put together as a music video once we were finally done putting the song together, because when COVID hit, we were like, what are we going to do? So that video was actually in January,
And we have the video here that we're listening to. But this is the video that you're talking about.
Yes. That is at Sonic Ranch Studios. It is in Tornillo, Texas. They have over 7 studios in there, and I've used the second largest studio. If you can see, the trumpet players are up top, the percussions are below. That's an up top room, and then I'm in the little sound studio. It is look at that soundboard. It's amazing.
Yeah, when I saw this video, I was like, wow. I mean, whoever shot it, major props to that person, because
Larry Pena, really thank you, Larry.
It looks.
He happened to be there for someone else, and I said, "Hey, are you a videographer?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Can you just start videotaping?" And he said, "Okay." So that's what he did, and a lot of those are all-star players. I mean, a lot of those bands have played for Zach Brown Band. They played for Jimmy Fallon. They played for major Chiquita. Yeah, so a lot of those are all-star players right there.
Wow, excellent. And people can go to. Well, people can go to your YouTube channel if they want to see, the full video.
Yes, please do. Please do. Yes, please look, please share. We're really excited about that video again, and you can't get more live than that. I was seeing if they could do a Sybil Shepherd on me, but that's what live is about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and let's go back to when you said that you do your own social media. So, do you feel like if you handed over to another person to just have them run your social media, that you might just lose some of the genuineness of uh,
Right.
what you provide to the platform?
Yes. Yes, and that's happened. We tried that, and somebody had posted something with something they thought I might say,
Hmm.
and it's like, no, I don't talk like that. That's nothing that I would say. I have a little more character and fun in my, in who I am, and I don't like to look robotic in any way.
Hmm.
Um, Someone had told me you need to do this, you need to be a little more professional in certain terms and all this, and I just feel like I'll lose my fans if I don't stay true to who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm just silly, I'm fun, I have jokes here and there. I just, I say coffee, I talk funny sometimes, I try to hide it in my but people hear my accent every once in a while, but it just I like to stay as personal as I can. Again, I get other people saying this is the reason why we love coming back to your page, because you always bring something fun and light and happy, and I always keep positive. I've had a lot of losses this year. I mean, a lot of losses, and it's not from COVID. It's
Hmm.
from just things that happen. And I've missed a lot of, goodbyes, because we can't say goodbye right now.
Hmm.
So, Grant, he was at Fonco Studios, and he was one of the videos I put with little baby Yoda,
Mm.
and he passed away, a couple months ago. I mean, it was a shock, and he was in his 40s, and he worked for Mythbusters and everything, and I was like the last video he took. So that was a shock. But I don't post things like that. I post happy things. I'm always, like everyone says, you're always happy, and I think that's what people should be on social media. I know that we all have our lives that are sad, and, and I notice that TikTok gets a lot of likes if you're crying,
Mm.
which is kind of interesting too. I don't want to have to do a crying video for people that, but yeah, there's, I want to be as happy and positive as I can be. Um, and I like to post that myself,
Yeah.
especially
Well,
wording.
yeah. Well, and LG is
Yeah.
asking what your channel is again, and you're on YouTube, so I was able to find you easily just by typing in Diana Latin Country on the search bar on
Yeah.
YouTube.
It'll if you Google or what, yeah, if you put Diana, and again, you don't need the Enye, just
Yeah.
Dianna Latin Country. It'll show you everything. It'll say Facebook page, YouTube
Hmm.
channel. But if you do go to my Instagram and you click my link tree, you just click YouTube. It's that easy.
Hmm.
And there's another thing I was going to say.
Hmm.
Pushing yourself, promoting yourself when I'm at a store,
Yeah.
when I'm at a gas station. What I do for
Hmm.
me is I put on this face mask, and it has music notes all over it. And I always get that, are you in music? Are you? And right away it opens up the door, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you have an Instagram? And they'll be like, yeah. And I'll say, okay, well, turn your phone. It's DIA. Boom, they're on my Instagram. So that's another little secret I do, to self-promote, because that's what it's all about, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta be authentic. I think you hit it right in the nose. You gotta be authentic, and um, uh, what I'm curious about, and you'll probably see it pop up on your screen right now, but um, we can see there's like the 5 tiers that I was speaking about earlier, live,
Right.
going live on these platforms, doing uploading a pre-recorded video, a photo, sharing a link to somewhere, or just typing in text. I see some
Right.
people just type in text. On Instagram, you have to upload a visual image. But out of all these 5 tiers, what is your favorite tier to kind of be living in when you're creating content?
I would put images and video. Also, what's not up there is hashtags.
Hmm.
And hashtags are really important in social media for me. I constantly use the same hashtag, Beyond Your Latin Country, whatever song is out at that time. But I always put Latin country artist, Latin country music, Latin, and then country. Everything that you put down and you kind of break it down. I just did a video on TikTok, and I'm with a horse, right? And so I put horse lover of TikTok. When I go to Instagram, I put hashtag horse lover of Instagram. I go to Twitter, horse lover of Twitter. So you always put the hashtag first, and then it'll show you all of the biggest hashtags. What has 1 point some likes? What has whatever. Always go for that highest hashtag.
And
so that's another.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned hashtags, because hashtags don't really translate well on Facebook particularly, but they work well they work well on Instagram, of course. They work on Twitter, although on Twitter you don't really put as many hashtags as you would on the other social media platforms. But like Facebook really just doesn't really respond too well to hashtags, and I know that they have that feature in there, but still a lot of people just kind of search by keywords, and so that's why also it's important to include certain keywords in your caption as you're writing it, but definitely also your titles if you're going to be uploading a video. Depending on what you say in it or what you write in it, people are going to have either an easy time finding that content or a harder time finding that content. And like you said, hashtags are important.
Right. And another good thing is every once in a while, put a live video of, in your backyard, or, like I did at a ranch. Show people that you are living and breathing and you're just like they are, hey y'all, I'm at a grocery store getting ready to go into Costco, and, or even the DIY, the do-it-yourselves. I do some of those every once in a while. I'll show what I've decorated for my house, and I'll say, here you go, with some spooky music behind it, just to show that, hey, I live in a house. I don't live in a P.O. box, I'm alive. But it also makes it personal, just hoping you all have a great week. Yeah. And this is what my week's going to be like. So,
Exactly. Well,
let's be more human.
So what would you say is your success in social media? Some key points that make you successful on social media, on your social media platforms?
Well, from the responses I get from fans is being happy, uplifting them. I do get a lot of people saying that I had a really bad morning and thank you so much because you just made my day. And that's what makes me feel really good. I love doing that. I'm trying to stick with my fans and what they are asking me for. I pay attention to what everyone says in my messages. I try to get back to everyone if I can. I really, really go through and make sure that I get a hold of everyone and thank them so much. But, I don't want to become like a social media star. I want to become a music star. So, in a certain way, you kind of get lost in the, oh, wow, she's amazing on social media, but she's not getting things on her music. And I really have to focus on getting more, again, like for, doing things like, thank you so much for letting me do this today, because this helps me too. Promotion, you get so much for singing live. And people are like, oh, let me take a picture with you. And then they throw it on their social media. Oh, my gosh, look who I'm listening to live. I'm at her concert right now. Then you put it on your social media. You can't do that now. And so that kind of makes it harder. I mean, I've seen Keith Urban on TikTok, doing live TikToks. On Instagram Live, doing Instagram Lives, trying to get his fans to stay with him. So it's not just me. It's the bigger artists, too. Just figuring out ways to get your audience and make sure they love you for your music too. It's not just, wow, she's hilarious and fun on social media. It's like, wait a minute, but I'm also a singer-songwriter. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned music because we're gonna see a little performance from you momentarily. But I really wanted to thank you for sharing that and sharing your input and your advice and tips on how you're being successful on social media and the techniques that you're using to create the content that you do. And I love the content you put out there. So again, thank you for
Thank you.
sharing that with us.
Thank you. And to
Um,
be my own hairdresser and makeup artist, thank you so much. Well, as we all saw with the close up to my eyeball. Did I put it on right?
uh, um, okay, well, I'll let you take it away and you can perform. Now, I do want to say to everybody watching, you will see the black bars on the side. So we're going to go to a full screen review, but just so folks know that there's nothing wrong with your video or on your end or on my end, but there's a purpose why the phone is turned vertical. Uh,
Because I am in a box, y'all. I'm in a PO box. I was kidding. I was kidding.
there you go. But Diana, please take it away.
Yay, thank you. This is my new song, Rubberneck Cumbia. And here we go. At the high school on a Grove Street, a car on by. No matter where he goes, he looks at the mall. Sunday morning church, on the corner coffee shop. Even walking down the street, he can't even stop. He's got no self-control, walking straight into a pole. Got him tripping on what he sees. And a girl walks by, catches his eye, rubberneck, in a cut-off shirt, all mini skirt, rubberneck, and he shapes both sides, never looks in the eyes, from the head down to his feet. No matter where he goes, one hell of a show, everybody sees. He's so loud by what he sees, he can't be discreet. No, his creepy stare is full of facts. It's rubberneck. There we go. No, he ain't high on cocaine or any alcohol, but he's not gonna like that before he trips and falls. And every girl's a piece of candy with a wrap on the phone. What's he got so big? Will he get you alone? He's got no self-control, walking straight into a pole. Got him tripping on what he sees. Any girl walks by, catches his eye, rubberneck, in the cut-off shirt, all that mini skirt, rubberneck, and his shape of size, never looks in the eyes, from the head down to his feet. No matter where he goes, one hell of a show, everybody sees. He's so loud by what he sees, he can't be discreet. No, his creepy stare is full of facts. Rubberneck. Rubberneck, woo, we got style. Rubberneck, you dancing? I hope so. Girl walks by, catches his eye, rubberneck, in the cut-off shirt, all mini skirt, rubberneck, and he shape of size, never looks in the eyes, from the head down to his feet. No matter where he goes, one hell of a show, everybody sees. He's so loud by what he sees, he can't be discreet. No, his creepy stare is full of facts. He's rubberneck. What is he? Rubberneck. He's a creepy stare. Just for your sale, it's rubberneck.
Whoa! Awesome! Thank you. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
You
Those
didn't see.
rubbernecks out there, they're waiting to get out of they're waiting to
Yeah,
get out of their houses.
yeah, you didn't see, but I was dancing around. I actually stood up out of my chair and was dancing around. I love that.
Yay! Yes, I love the cumbia version. I was just like, oh, just so much fun. You can see it in the video. We had so much fun. I had to watch it like 3 or 4 times because there's so much going on.
Yeah, that's
So,
no, that's awesome. I can't wait for you to come back and perform "Calm Down, Karen." I think a lot of people are
calm
gonna get a kick out
down,
of it.
Karen, you ain't had enough. It's hilarious.
Oh no, I love it. Well, Diana, is there anything? I want to give you the last word here. Is there anything else that you'd like to kind of throw out there for people watching this?
Yes, don't be afraid to do your own social media, y'all. I mean, go to all the platforms, have fun, make it fun. And, it doesn't take, like I said, I use everything's free 99. Some people use all the expensive things. For me, I just go for things that work. And, make it easy for yourself. Don't make it so hard. It's really get out there, have fun, and support. Please support the artists. Please support us. We love you and we're here for you. We do it for you.
Exactly. And folks can find you at Diana underscore Latin underscore country, which you can see on your
Yes,
screen right now. But you're on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter, Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter,
What's the next
YouTube,
platform to conquer?
SoundCloud. I'm in your front door. I'm in your house. I'm everywhere.
Uh, well, Daniel, thank you so much. Stick around for a little bit after this. We'll just wrap this up. But thank you again for coming on and actually being my first guest on this
Woohoo!
relaunch, if you will. Uh,
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm just always have fun with y'all. Thank you.
oh, well, thank you. And thank you for anybody watching this, whether you tuned in for the live broadcast or if you're watching the replay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll be back next week with another live webcast. Please follow me on social media as well. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. Follow me there. But also, if you like this video, please like it, give it a thumbs up, continue commenting below, and yeah, subscribe to this channel and just click on that little notification bell so that you get alerted next time that we go live. And I'm also actually uploading unboxing videos, and you can actually watch also my a vlog that I created called the Quarantine Vlog during the earlier days of the pandemic, and they're all there on my YouTube channel, so you can watch them there. All right, thanks everybody, and have a great day. Take care of each other. We'll see you soon.